Hi friends, let us continue with the topic. Now, we have discussed about ecological succession and its definition in detail. Now, in this video, we will discuss about types of ecological succession, right? One more important point, types of ecological succession. Now, ecological succession, already we have discussed the definition, which is nothing but the gradual process by which ecosystems change and develop over time, right? Now, there are two types of ecological succession. One is primary succession and the next one is secondary succession, right? Secondary succession. Now, this is in general. Now, in types of ecological succession, now this ecological succession will be break down into three fundamental phases, right? Now, the first phase is primary succession. Now, the second one is secondary succession. And the third one is climax community. Climax community. Right? Now, see here. These are the three fundamental phases. Right? Now, we will discuss in detail regarding this primary, secondary succession and climax community. Right? Now, let us start in the next slide. Now, the first one is primary succession. Now see, the definitions are very important here. Once it was asked in your examination also. Primary succession. Right? Now what is this? Now this succession occurs when organisms colonize an area devoid of life, usually after a catastrophic natural event. Right? Now this succession occurs, I will summarize this. This succession occurs when organisms colonize an area devoid of life. Now, when this happens, now this devoid of life in an area happens usually after a catastrophic natural event. Catastrophic natural event. Right? That leaves the land barren. That leaves land barren. Right? Now, often the first organisms which hold on this area are algae, fungi and some plants. Right? Now what are the organisms that hold on this area? Algae, fungi and some plants. Right? Now what are the organisms that hold on this area? Algae, fungi and some plants. Right? Now what are the organisms that hold on this area? Algae, fungi and some plants. Right? Now what are the organisms that hold on this area? Algae, fungi and some plants. Right? Now what are the organisms that hold on this area? Algae, fungi and some plants. Right? Now what are the organisms that hold on this area? Algae, fungi and some plants. Right? Now what are the organisms that hold on this area? Algae, fungi and some plants. Right? Now what are the organisms that hold on this area? Algae, fungi and some plants. Right? Now what are the organisms that hold on this area? Algae, fungi and some plants. Right? Now what are the organisms that hold on this area? Algae, fungi and some plants. Right? Now what are the organisms that hold on this area? Algae, fungi and some plants. Right? Now what are the organisms that hold on this area? Algae, fungi and some plants. Right? Now what are the organisms that hold on this area? Algae, fungi and some plants. Right? Now what are the organisms that hold on this area? Algae, fungi and some plants. Right? Now what are the organisms that hold on this area? Algae, fungi and some plants. Right? Now what are the organisms that hold on this area? Algae, fungi and some plants. Right? Now what are the organisms that hold on this area? Algae, fungi and some plants. Right? Now what are the organisms that fungi, right? And simple plants such as like lichens and mosses. Now see here, I will represent this diagrammatically so you can understand this. So let us consider this is a newly formed area. Newly formed area, right? Now due to an volcanic eruption, I will take it as volcanic eruption. Now the land will be barren due to this volcanic eruption, right? Now due to this, only inorganic content will be available. Only inorganic content will be available, nutrients and minerals, right? Now after primary succession, vegetation happens, right? Vegetation occurs or grows, right? Likewise your plants, some algae and fungi. Got the point? Yes. Now then the term that you frequently use in this primary succession is pioneer community, right? Pioneer community. The type of organisms in this community, pioneer community. Now what does this says? Now it is a group of organisms that invade a new area in the process of ecological succession. These organisms are typically plants, animals and fungi. They are the first to move in the new habitat and often make the habitat hospitable for future inhabitants. Now see here, I will summarize this point. This is very important, right? Pioneer community. They are a group of organisms. They are a group of organisms that invade a new area, in the process of ecological succession. Right? Now these are typically plants, animals and fungi, like organisms that invade a new area. Now the exact characteristics of this is they are the first to invade. Or move into the area, or move into a new habitat, right? And often make that habitat hospitable, right? Hospitable for future communities, for future inhabitants, right? Now got the point. What is pioneer community? Yes. Now Let us go to the next phase called secondary succession. Now, secondary succession. Now see here, I will explain in the diagram which can be easily understandable, right? Now after primary succession, what happens? Your vegetation grows there, right? Right now this vegetation will be completely eroded, for example by tsunami. Okay, now see here, this land contains both organic and inorganic content, right? Now in this land again vegetation can grow. Am I right or wrong? Vegetation can be grown. Now you got the idea, the exact difference between primary succession and secondary succession, right? Now see here, I will explain the definition now. Now secondary succession occurs when an area that has previously had an ecological community and it was disturbed or changed due to some happening, right, and a new community moves in, right? Now see here, I will summarize the definition here. Now by the diagram itself you got the idea, right? Now secondary succession, now I'll write it as SS, occurs when an area that was previously or that has, right, that has previously had an ecological community, right, which is disturbed or changed, that original community was destroyed, was destroyed. And a new community moves in. This is what our diagram explains, right? And a new community moves in. Done. Now the characteristics of secondary succession, now I will write here because you will have a confusion later on. Secondary succession. Now what are the characteristics of the secondary succession and what happens after this? Now this type of succession starts in a given area. Now this type of succession starts in a given area, right, where the conditions of life favorable, where conditions of life are favorable, right, where the conditions of life are favorable because it was occupied previously by a well developed community, previously by a well developed community, by a well developed community. Done. Right now, most ecological change occurs as secondary succession only. Right, most of your ecological changes occurs as secondary succession only, occurs as secondary succession only. Right now, the term itself says that, am I right or wrong, the established community is replaced by different sets of plants and animals. This is what we explained in the diagram also. See here, now this vegetation was removed by some disturbances like tsunami, and see here, new community have developed here. Right, got the point? Yes. Now the next terms what we use here is in secondary succession. Now in primary succession we have used a community called pioneer community. I mean the characteristics of the community where they will be inhabited. Now in secondary succession, the type of community what we speak as, right, and the speak as climax community, or otherwise we can say it as third phase of ecological succession. Right, the third phase of ecological succession is climax community. Now what this climax community exactly says? Now the final stage of ecological succession, already we know that, now is the establishment of stable community in the area. Now can vary widely in a given region. Right, now observe here, climax community is nothing but establishment of a stable community, establishment of stable community. Establishment of a stable community. Now this climax communities variedly changes. Now what are these features of this climax community? The first point, the vegetation of this region, vegetation of this region is tolerant to environmental conditions. Right, the vegetation of this community is tolerant to environmental conditions. Environmental conditions. Done. Now the next feature of this climax community is the species diversity is very large, and the food chain of these species are complex and with spatial structure. Now the diversity is very large, right, and the food chains are very complex, and the food chains are complex with spatial structures, with spatial structures. Done. Now the next feature of this climax community is, now they maintain equilibrium between the nutrients taken from the soil and the return of nutrients to the soil. Now this climax community, the main feature of this climax community is they maintain right equilibrium. They maintain equilibrium between nutrients taken from the soil, nutrients taken from the soil, and return of nutrients, and return of nutrients, return of nutrients to soil by litter fall. Right, already we have discussed this. Right, now the next feature of this climax community is the individual organisms of this climax community are replaced by other organisms of same kind, thus maintaining equilibrium. Right, now the individual organisms in this climax community ecosystem are replaced by other organisms of same kind, so thus maintaining equilibrium. Right, thus maintaining equilibrium. Right, then these are the features of climax community. Now apart from this ecological successions, now already we have discussed about this. This is the final phase of ecological succession. Now see here, whatever the point we have discussed, this is very important for the examination. Ecological succession. Now see here, at last a stable community is formed due to this climax community. Done. Now apart from this different phases now or successions, now we have other types of successions. Right, now what are those other types of successions? Now other types of successions, now the first one is autogenic succession. Autogenic succession. Now what does this exactly means? Right, it refers that change which arises within community itself and responsible for succession. See here, the term itself says autogenic succession. Right, now see here, I will summarize this. Right, it refers that change, which arises within community, right, itself, within community itself, and responsible for succession, Now this is the exact definition. Right, I mean this is self-explanatory. Right, succession. Moving on to the next stages. Right, now the next type of succession is, now see, allogenic succession. allogenic succession. Right. Next one. Now, if succession occurs due to external factors which is outside of community, then it is called allogenic succession, right? Now, if succession occurs, if I'll write the definition here. If succession occurs due to external factors, right, which is outside the community, then that type of succession is called allogenic, right? Again, the term itself is self-explanatory, allogenic, due to external factors. Now the next one is zero-seer succession. Zero-seer succession. Now we call it as Zerarch. Now what does this exactly means? Now if succession takes place in areas where there is a scarcity of water, then such types of succession is called Zerarch succession, right? Now if succession takes place in areas where there is scarcity of water, right, then such types of succession is called zero-seer, Zerarch. Your desert ecosystems will explain you about this zero-seer, right? Desert ecosystems will explain about this Zerarch successions, right, where you find less quantity of water, I mean the scarcity of water. The next type of succession is called hydroseer succession. Hydroseer succession. Now this hydroseer succession is also called as hydrarch. Right? And one more important point. Now what is this? When this succession takes place in those areas where water is abundant, likewise in lakes, ponds and reservoirs, this type of succession is called hydrarchs. Now the successions which take place in areas with abundant of water, likewise near ponds, lakes, rivers, right? Now, such type of successions is called hydroseer succession, right? Now got the points clearly? Now see here, sometimes the growth of plants will be affected due to light also, right? Now see here, the plants which grow well in sunlight, right? Now this is separate terminology, I'm explaining it as it is, they are related, right? Plants which grow well in sunlight are called as heliophytes, right? Heliophytes. Once a question was asked, so that's why I'm explaining this, right? Heliophytes. Now plants which grow in well sunlight is all heliophytes. Now plants which grow in shady lights are called they are called ceophytes. Right? One more important points, right? In the next video we will discuss about several stages, right, and the effects in the ecological succession, and also the process of ecological succession, right? Thank you.